Okay, so I know that this one here, that first one I had to unscrew the bottom. And so I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this one a little bit. I made them initially both about 3/8 at the bottom. And so chances are it's going to have to be unscrewed a little. And so I'm just going to go ahead and unscrew it. And I'm going to leave it like that, knowing that I'm going to have to screw it in or unscrew it when I get done, because when I'm all said and done, I want this all to line up. I want the tops to line up and all that kind of stuff. Mind you, I still have to take this back down to put my my back brackets on, because there's not enough room to screw in. But I'll do it. I'll do it. Right? So we'll just slide this over in place. Got my ladder kind of set up where I need it. I'm just going to eyeball that. Depress that one all the way and get it to fit. See, it's not fitting yet. That's because I have to unscrew that even further. Okay, alrighty. I'm gonna unscrew it a little bit more. There. Come on. I thought I had it. Come on. There. Okay. I got the top ones screwed in, clicked in. I get the bottom into the slot, because right now it's not in the slot. It was just on the carpet. Okay. This one's a little bit easier because the washer and dryer are over on this side. Alright, so I'm going to make sure, I heard it click. Alright, make sure that's lined up. And it is. We'll pull this out like that. And it almost looks about right. And you know, I didn't touch the adjustments of the existing at the top, and so I'm making the assumption I'm not going to have to, but hey, if I do, I do, right? All right, so I'm just gonna carefully leave this one like that. Okay, and now I can slide this one into place to see if this one is the same height as that one. Okay, and I can see there's a big huge gap there, right? Right, see how big that gap is? We don't want that big of a gap, do we? Okay, and that's gonna mean we're gonna have to do some adjustments. Okay, but if I wanted to line it up exactly, I could do some more measuring. Now see, on the top of this left one, I measured it like 28 3/4 or so. 28 3/4, and at the bottom was 28 3/4. I believe 28 3/4. Now I know that's going straight up and down, but can you see that I'm going to have to, if I want the gap closer, if I want this gap closer, and I will want it closer, I'm going to have to loosen up that top screw adjustment and slide it over a little bit, because that one's tight where it is. This one over here is tight where it is. And maybe I should have been paying attention before I took these down to see how big the gap is, because these are the same doors and everything. And so I'm more than likely, see, this one's lined up to that bracket. This one is in the same top bracket. You follow me? I gotta get the door open. I gotta get the door open here. Okay. See this top bracket? It's the little deal is pushed into that where the little hole was, and so if I left that one without adjusting it, I could still get this straight. Let's just see what it is. Okay. And you're going to have to go through the same types of things if you want it right. Okay, I got 29 and an 1/8. Now, can you see the left one? I had 28 and 3/4, right? So already I know that bracket is not slid in the exact right place. This one's 3 1/4, and I can't really see that other one. 3 1/4. Let's just see what I can see with my. I can't really measure it. All right. I hope you're understanding what I was trying to do there. But 29 and an 1/8. Okay. Now I can measure at the bottom, and if it's 29 and an 1/8, I know it's going up straight. And look at that, I got 29 and an 1/8 right there, and I almost have the same amount of gap here. Okay, I got 5/16 or 7/16, a short 1/2 inch. And I got like a 1/2 inch there. That's pretty straight. Okay, so what would you do at this point to get that to line up? What would you do? Okay, we know this one's 29 and an 1/8, right? So theory has it we could make this one 29 and an 1/8, couldn't we? We could make this one 29 and an 1/8. And if we did that, we'd give ourselves about an 1/8 of an inch gap. And the way to do that is I'm going to have to take this door down and unscrew that top thing, slide it over this way to the right, and then put the doors back up. You see what I mean? Okay, so 29, because I don't want to move this one any further this way because I already got 29 and an 1/8. This one's 28 and 3/4. Right? So 28 and a long 3/4. So if I go to 29 and an 1/8, let's say, that's going to be 5/16, at least 5/16. I want it to be slid over this way to the right. You follow me? And I could start off with that, 5/16. And then that means I'll take it apart, and I'll show you how to remove. I'm just trying to get you somewhere where you can kind of see what I'm doing here. All right, so I'm gonna take this one back down. So what I'm gonna do is, it's easier for me to swing it open. I used to try to take one side out and then pop the front wheel off and get it underneath and kind of tilt it and all that kind of stuff. Nothing doing. You don't have to do any of that. All I have to do is I can leave it right like that, and I'm going to lift it up off of the bottom and swivel the bottom out, and the whole thing's going to come off, right? That's if I got enough slop up there so I can do it, and I think I do. Okay, well, I'm going to lift up and swivel that like that. and just keep going until the top drops down. Swivel the bottom out. There. How hard is that? Okay. And this bracket, remember the other side was 3 1/4. What's 3 1/4? I'm gonna measure it here again. I got about 3 5/16. So see, if I measure over to the edge of this, I got about 3 inches. Remember I said I need to move it over to the right about 5/16? Well, there you go. So I want 3 5/16 over. So is everything starting to make sense to you now? And so I haven't undone this before. You unscrew that just a little. I can take that and slide it. I'm sliding it over this way. I'm just guessing right now. Okay. And I'm going to tighten it back up. Okay. Now I'm going to check it again. Back and forth I go. And I got 3 and almost 5/16. And that would have given me about an 1/8 of an inch gap when I'm done. So I'm gonna slide it to me just a smidge. Okay, right there. I was really dreading putting these doors in for some reason, and you're getting the idea now, I think. Okay, let's just keep the camera rolling, shall we? Let's just keep the camera rolling, and I'll get my ladder in place, right like that. We're gonna put this in. This time I've got this side swiveled that way. To take it out, you've got to swivel it that way, right? Okay. So I don't even know if it's on the foot or not. It's okay, because main thing is to get this in the notch first at the top. All right. And like I say, it's slightly tricky because I've got the washer and dryer in my way. Now, there. I think I went too far. Let me see. Shuckums. I'm beyond the whole thing. It popped up, but behind the thing, and I got to get my fingernail in there if I can and pull it down on that. I'm not getting it. Let me get a little screwdriver. Get a little screwdriver here, because I got to wedge that down. I could take the whole door back down if I can't get this. Okay, that. I'm trying to see past this one, and I can't get my head up in there. Come on. Where is it? I got it? I'm not sure if I have it or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I do or not. Oh, okay. Maybe I can see it from that side. See if I can. Oh, no, I don't have it. I see it. Okay. I see it up here. Get you readjusted here. I gotta slide that over, and then let's see if I can't get it. I might have had it initially. There. I think I have it. think I got it. Okay. So now I gotta fish for the bottom, and I can just gently slide this, and see, I haven't pushed over that way too far right now because it's rubbing on my trim. So it's not even in the hole yet, but I know I have to slide it over. Come on. I heard it snap up at the top, and I don't know if it came out or not. It almost seems like it's too far up at the top. I get my light on. Shh. See? I mean, just stick with it, will you? I think I have it. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if I have it or not. I can get it back in here and look at it. No, I don't have it. I don't have it at the top right now. That's why it was running. All right. It popped out. That's what happened. Okay. I think I got it now. I think I got it. We'll see. We'll see if I got it all right. We'll see. Ow. Yeah. I think I have it. And it's only like that because the washer and dryer are in my way. Okay, now at the bottom, it's rubbing on there, and I know I have to go this way. So I'm going to lift up on it, and I don't even have it in the little pocket yet. And I think I have to screw it in a little bit. I think I screwed it too far. See? Oh, maybe not. Hey, I think I got it. No. There. Once I get it closed, I can kind of look down here. Okay, I'm in down at the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to measure this with my tape. At the top, I should have what was it? 29 and 5/16, and it should be because it's in that little groove, right? I got 29 and almost a quarter. Okay, which tells me, what does that tell me? I'm going to have to slide it over a little bit more. I got 28 and 3/4 because the whole door is askew, so I know at the bottom, I got to lift it and slide it over, right? I got 28 and 7/8. And so I want to make sure I lift it straight up and pull it out this way. And it's still in that little pocket. Okay. 29 and 3/16. And I got 29 and 3/16 at the top. Now you know as well as I that when we close this, I'm still going to have too much of a gap. But I'm going to have a closer gap. So if I want it tighter than that, you see that? That's not too bad, is it? It's about the same all the way down, okay? And when I first close it, you gotta have a little bit of a gap, because when I get ready to open this door, it twizzles over. You watch it there at the top. When I open it, when I get ready to close the doors, okay? I get ready to close the doors. You see how right there, they're almost touching. You see that? See? It's almost touching. So there's only so far I can go. And it's almost like maybe I shouldn't go any further than that. Do you see what I mean? When I close this, see, right there, I don't have any gap at all. You see there? No gap, right? So if I adjust it, and when I look down at the bottom, I got a very little slight gap, don't I? If I line those two up, okay? So what can I do about that? What can I do? Have you figured it out yet? I'm gonna slide this one out of the way, and I'm gonna pull this one over just a hair at the bottom. And remember, 29 3/16, okay? So I'm gonna pull it over into the next little groove, the bottom. Right there. Okay? Now, I got 29 and a long quarter at the bottom. Before I had 3/16, okay? We're leaving the top exactly where it's at. Even without having a level. Okay? We're tight there, right there, right? Okay? See, we're tight. Yeah? Now let's look at the bottom. I'm holding this kind of angled. See there? Look at that. Okay? It's almost touching, isn't it? It's like I don't really have enough room to slide it over any further at the bottom. If I do, it's going to be touching, right? If I move this door over, I got to move it. I got to move it more than a 16th to get it into the next notch. If I move this door over here this way, I have to move it more than a 16th to fit in that notch. You follow me? Do you follow me? So if I wanted to, I could. And it would just barely hit. And then as you close the doors, you feel that spring tension. And then as you close the doors all the way flat, then you get the gap again. Okay, I've got the doors flat. Okay, they're closed. Now look at my gap. Do you see what I mean? See the gap? What do we got there? At least a 1/4 inch. You see that gap down there? We got pretty much a 1/4 inch. I don't think I'm going to do anything. Okay? Now, let's just see where we're at height-wise. We want to make sure this lines up. Now, you see this door here, if you really want to get technical, it's up just a hair higher than this side, isn't it? And we look across here, the line looks pretty straight. The line looks pretty straight. Okay, so what could I do? I could, if I wanted, okay, I could raise this side up just a hair by screwing that in, and I can screw a 16th or even less than a 16th, or I could lower this side down. Okay? You see what I mean? With that little, the little end piece. Okay? Like, here's my end piece on the door. Here's the end piece on the door, right? If I want to lower that side, that means I would have to screw this in just, that far. If I wanted to raise this side over here, instead of screwing it in, I would take it and just that much. Do you see what I mean? And I get them lined up. And before I make that decision, I look at the carpet. Let's see. Remember, I had it up high enough so it's really not rubbing the carpet much at all. Okay? I'm liking that. Here's the other thing. This is the kind of carpet with the nap. It's kind of tall, and we put, this was brand new carpet. We also put a little bit thicker pad in there, which means this has to be unscrewed a little bit further, right, than the initial doors. And that means that once you get this all adjusted, you still want it so that next time you go to remove the doors, it would be nice just to take it like that, lift it straight off the bottom, lift it up high enough, and move it straight over. Now, some places might not have that much gap, and so you have to have this raised up, lowered down to where you can't even hardly pull it up at all on the top spring-loaded deal without unscrewing this a little bit with a pair of pliers, needle nose, whatever, to get down there, to then barely get it with your fingers as you're holding your mouth just right and screwing it to lower it down so that then you can raise it up high enough to get off the bottom bracket to pull it out. Does that make sense? And you saw I was kind of struggling to get it on there, so I'm not gonna adjust this left one anymore. So if anything, what I can do is I'm gonna take that side. I'm gonna take that side and let's see. I'm gonna take that and screw it. It's up like that, so I have to take it and screw it to the right, okay? And in order to do that, I have to raise it high enough to be able to reach it, okay? And see, I might have to get my needle nose if I really truly wanted to do that, because it's hard to lift it and have it and pinch my fingers just right. And I may do that. I may do that at the end, okay? Because I know at this point, I'm not done with these doors, am I? I'm not done with these doors. I have to take them down again. I have to take them down again because I want to get these brackets installed on the back side of the doors. I can't really do that with this door, can I? I want that, but I wanted to get it in place so that I could look at this and kind of come up with a determination of how high. See, this is going to fit on the back side of the door. It's going to fit like that. This one's going to be over here, and then it fits in here like that, and then that keeps your doors lined up at the bottom. If you have this nice little goodie here, some doors don't have it. So you could go to the hardware store and buy this. I don't know if they just sell this separately. You may have to buy a whole kit. And if you have to buy a whole kit, then maybe some of your other wheels are kind of messed up. Maybe your top wheel is broken, or it's bent or whatever. Because see, for me to put this on here, first off, I wanted it down low enough in case this washing machine were to ever slide forward. I don't want it up too high to where it's going to hit where it could possibly scratch the door, you know, if that thing walks for some reason. So I would have to probably put it down here, and that's where it should go anyways. So once I remove it, you know, I'll mark this, measure up from the bottom, and then I'll take the door down, screw this in, and then this one will be right here. And then I'll have to slide this other door over, hold this up on the back side, mark it, take the other door down. Okay, that's my next step. All right, and I'll show you how that lines up when I'm done. Now, are you thinking what I just thought of? Okay, once I get this one, I'm going to line that up. But when I take this door down to then install that one, guess what? When I have it down, remember I want to lower this door down like less than a 16th, almost a 16th, right? Okay, and in order to, when I have this down, I'll just be able to tighten that little deal on the bottom. Okay, and I'm looking at this. And see, I got enough room to lower it down by less than a 16th, and it's still going to be fine. It's not going to be rubbing on the carpet very much or anything. All right? All right, back to work I go.